Hi and welcome to my channel. It's the Red Bomb and today we'll be talking about the movie Gehraiyaan in depth. Gehraiyaan is a film which actually takes a conscious attempt to meet the modern Indian audience halfway in terms of raised intellectuality and deeper insight into the psyche of the young urban. But somehow it falls short right on the premises it has promised to deliver. Whether it is the choppy editing, the uncanny dialogues,
और क्या बोला? Believe in yourself.
or the obvious shifting of plot points. The delivering of the message is there, but just not quite. In my opinion, this is a film which takes at least one rewatch session to grasp the many dualities dealt in the story. The entire film is just diving in and then getting out of the murky waters once you realize how deep the actual mess is. But what is that uneasiness on the screen?
फाइनली टाइम मिल गया कॉल करने का.
Firstly, I would like to start off with the undoubtedly the best performance of the film, Alicia, played by the very enigmatic and extremely talented Deepika Padukone. I'm no super fan of her, but this was something I simply couldn't fight against. She famously described playing Alicia's character as a visceral experience. No wonder. It is a visceral experience watching her take the brunt of the film on her shoulders and seeing how the story unfolds through her emotional prowess. One sigh, one gasp, a bat of her eyes, and the entire mood of the film changes. The film flows through her in a way that we feel like this is an intricately made, intimate visual insight into someone's life falling apart. Now it's time for Zayn. Even the thought of him makes me relentlessly angry. An opportunist, straight up manipulator, spews lies as naturally as breathing.
हाँ तो कर रहा हूँ ना पैसे ले रहे हो? नहीं ले रहा हूँ यार उससे और पैसे.
Cunning, stubborn, violent, and a lot of villainous adjectives should be preserved for this character. I want to keep this as a spoiler-free analysis of the movie, hence I'm restraining myself from saying so much more. But overall, he is someone that life offers when you have convinced yourself that you are no better than all your misfortunes combined. He is a walking testament of Southern India. Yet somehow, the film makes him look like a CID meets Gumrah character. He is so many things wrong, yet so close to reality that it is almost unbelievable that the writers hit the bullseye on this character sketch so effortlessly. When it comes to playing the part, however, Chaturvedi's charming, lopsided smile isn't enough to hold par with Padukone's unwavering eyes. His skill often falls short, and this makes the audience even more uneasy of the Zayn character. Because from the very get-go, he seems like an unreliable, unreasonable character to say the least.
अगर free हो तो we can go for a coffee or something.
I don't have a lot to say about Karan's character though, except that he is extremely humdrum, a regular Joe living off his parents' wealth and affluent network. Not ambitious enough, not talented enough, also literally don't know how to read the room. He is someone who will seek out the easiest and the most available solution to any minor discrepancy comes his way. The only way which might have somehow helped his relationship with Alicia would be their familiarity and the way he thinks so plainly, helping negate Alicia's confusing inner monologues. Therefore, he is simply a balancing act in the toxic mixology of Gehraiyaan.
140 क्या? करोड़?
जेन काफ़ी टाइम से डील क्रैक करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। इस कंपनी ने 14 विलास खरीदे हैं।
मैं तो बड़ा हाथ मारा, सारी गोल्ड डिगर।
शट अप, पापा ने भी इन्वेस्ट किया इस कंपनी में। उनकी हेल्प से प्रोजेक्ट शुरू हुआ। सो टेक्निकली आई एम अ स्लीपिंग पार्टनर।
Is that why you're sleeping with him?
Sometimes.
Tia. T. I was straight from LA Princess. Her smile is disturbing, her vacant eyes hiding something. She is restless, bored, spoiled. She knows she has everything in the palm of her hand, but she herself is mercilessly controlled by her mother. But the main question is, does Ananya Pandey do justice to this character? I've seen hordes of reviews calling Tia's personality as something what Pandey's IRL personality would probably be. I don't have much to add to this, but upon a second watch, I found a lot many clues to her dialogues, which further pointed to the plot points we see unfold later in the movie. The way she avoids the gaze, her empty people-pleaser smile, the awkward air between her and Alicia, it was there right from the very start. But now when I'm talking about rewatching, I'd also like to point out something which was painful every time I set my eyes on this film. The editing. I know a lot many of you would disagree with this, but honestly, the editing is literally all over the place. The beautiful shots of the waves which are constantly disintegrated by the horrible transition cuts of the next scene. The choppy camera movements when two people are talking one-on-one, the inconsistent lighting of several scenes, and also the most annoying bit was the way the cinematography was excellent and the editing fell short right when it came down to it. When you're watching a film, you can see the glaring dubbing errors. It automatically breaks the fourth wall and you start wondering what or why are you even watching anymore. The immersive experience of the entire film breaks apart. Point to be noted though, Shakun Batra and team really put in a lot of effort in the editing department with the beautiful foreshadowing and also the changing of the color grading of the scenes, especially during Alicia's happier days with Saints. But the overall blue tone of the film really makes Gehraiyaan stands out with the sheer amount of aesthetics. In the end, I would just like to say that even though the editing was choppy, I do understand what kind of film they were hoping to make with Gehraiyaan. But the way the plot points moved, the devices which were basically shoved down our throat forcefully, this was something that could have been averted if they had stuck only to a one genre of the movie instead of dabbling here and there and everywhere and making a mess out of everything that they have touched. There is a poetry to this movie, Gehraiyaan. There is an innate subliminal thought running through it. There is that intense drama of childhood trauma. There is the intense and excruciatingly beautiful performance by Deepika Padukone, especially the way mental health was dealt in the movie. But when it comes to logical reasoning of the plot, I think this is where the audience loses the point, and this is exactly what is making Gehraiyaan such a difficult movie to understand, let alone review. I wouldn't say that this is my favorite movie or the best movie I've watched so far in 2022, but this is definitely something that made me think, really sit up and think about the movie for a very long time. Usually I watch a movie and then skip to a next one and start consuming more content the next day, but Gehraiyaan made me stop and really rack my brain throughout and understand what were the filmmakers thinking through, what was the point of the plot. If it had to go through this way, why were these dots not connected? There were so many questions left unanswered, but the biggest drawback of this movie, I would say, is the writing, even though the best part about this movie is also the writing. Anyway, thank you for watching me talk about this movie for such a long time. Even if you don't agree, please comment. If you agree, please like, share and comment. Thank you so